1991, a football club from Belgrade achieved the unthinkable. In a Europe dominated by the likes of Milan, Real Madrid, and Manchester United, Red Star Belgrade stood tallest, not through money, not through fame, but through talent, unity, and heart. They didn't just win the European Cup, they defied the odds while their country was crumbling around them. This is the story of the forgotten kings of Europe. To understand Red Star Belgrade, you have to understand where they come from. The club was born in 1945, just months after the end of World War II. Belgrade was in ruin, streets were bombed out, families torn apart. But out of this devastation, something new was forming. The socialist government of Yugoslavia wanted unity, and football was a perfect tool. Red Star Belgrade was founded by members of the United Alliance of Anti-Fascist Youth, a state-backed group aimed at rebuilding the nation. The club quickly became the government's favorite child. It wasn't just about football. Red Star stood for Tito's dream of a united multi-ethnic Yugoslavia in a country divided by history and blood. In the 1950s, Red Star were already a force. They won their first league title in 1951, but it was the decade that followed that truly made them legend. They dominated the domestic league, winning titles, building rivalry, especially against city neighbors FK Partizan. Their clash became known as the External Derby, fierce, electric, political. But Red Star had bigger dreams than local glory. They wanted to conquer Europe. They built teams packed with homegrown talent, stars like Ratko Metic, Dragoslav, and later Dragon Zejic, a player many believe was one of the greatest wingers Europe ever produced. Zigic wasn't just a footballer, he was an artist. His left foot could bend time. Even Pele called him one of the best. By the 1980s, Red Star Academy was producing some of the best young players in the region, but they lacked one thing: European silverware, and time was running out. The 1990-91 season was different. Red Star had built a dream team, an all-star lineup from across Yugoslavia: Prosinic, Mihajlovic, Sivicevic, Pensive, Djokovic, every name a legend, every pass a threat. Under Petrovic, the team found balance, defensive solidarity, and ruthless counter-attack. In Europe, they stormed past Rangers, Dynamo Dresden, and Bayern Munich to reach the final. May 29, 1991, Bari, Italy, the European Cup final. Opponent: Olympique Marseille, heavily favored with big names and deep pocket. 120 minutes, no goals. A tactical war. Red Star didn't want to dance, they came to win. Then came penalties, ice cold from the spot. Pensive, the Golden Boot winner, stepped up for the final kick. He scored. In that moment, Red Star Belgrade, representing a country already falling apart, became champions of Europe. Were on top of the world, but only for a heartbeat. With the collapse of Yugoslavia came chaos. War broke out, ethnic tension exploded, the beautiful game was drawn in blood. Within months of their triumph, Red Star stars scattered across Europe. Some flew war, others chased careers, but they all left a club now stranded in a broken lake, a country torn to pieces. In 1992, UEFA banned Yugoslavian team from international competition. That meant Red Star, the defending champion, were barred from defending their title. Imagine winning the Champions League, then being told you couldn't play again. It was exile, punishment not for cheating, but for being born in the wrong place at the wrong time. Star never died. Through sanction, war, and financial collapse, the fans stayed. The diligent, the ultras became the soul of the club. Loud, fierce, devoted. They turned every home match into a battle cry. The stadium, still nicknamed Maracana, roared like it did in their glory days. And then, little by little, the Phoenix stirred. In 2018, Red Star qualified for the UEFA Champions League again after 26 years. They were drawn into the group of death and then they stunned the world. A 2-0 win over eventual champions Liverpool at home in front of 50,000 believers. It was a flash of what once was and what might be again. Red Star may never be kings again, but their name carved into the history of the sport. There are teams with more trophies, bigger budget, and brighter light, but few have stories like Red Star Belgrade, a team born from rebel, crowned in chaos, forgotten by many, remembered by the few who still sing their song. And if you ever walk through Belgrade at night, listen, you might still hear them. The echoes of 1991, the dream of a nation, the forgotten kings of Europe.